What is the most significant challenge you're facing at your current stage in life? Identity or early midlife crisis of sorts. The career I spent the past 6 years building up, I've kind of fallen from grace in it and it's hard to see the point in doing it anymore. Nearly cost me my marriage, and I'm dedicating more time to being present for this so I haven't lost everything, but my suicidal thoughts over the past year hit a particular nerve with her and it feels like a betrayal to her, considering the mechanism I was considering for it. I'm making progress, but I need to make some permanent and large-scale life changes because my life isn't working the way I wanted it to. 25M, for some reason I feel like I can't get much satisfaction out of anything currently. I don't have things difficult, loving partner, stable job with good income, good steady career growth, fit relatively, although I've been battling with injuries. I really have no reason to complain, yet nothing. I feel like I'm always chasing something but I don't know what I'm chasing. It's extremely unsatisfying. I get home and really don't know what to do with myself, so I typically drown it out with video games, TV time with GF. It just feels like there's something in life I'm missing out on. I'm in my 40s, I've reached the point where I have to care for both ends of the family. My kids are 4 and 10 so obviously need a lot of attention. My grandmother is 88 and whilst she's healthy and I'm so grateful for that, she's nearly blind and nearly deaf and needs a lot of support to live independently. Then there are my mom, who had a stroke a couple of years back, and my aunt who has a chronic illness. They're both in their 60s and also need a fair bit of help. I genuinely feel as though I do nothing but drive from place to place doing housework. My husband passed away from cancer a year ago. We were both 30. At the time where my peers are settled down and starting families, I need to completely start over and figure out who I am now as a person, while watching them continue to have the life I would have had. Grief like this changes you at a fundamental level, which is destabilizing, especially when people around you are becoming more and more settled into the lives they're building for themselves. The divide between us is bigger than ever and it's a challenge to navigate, on top of my own grief. I got scammed with my credit card and I'm waiting the card bank cancel the order and reverse the transaction. 30-60 days to wait, if not I have to pay $2,189.57 that I don't have. I don't have a work. The card scammed is an extension from my dad's card. I'm just graduated so I'm looking for a job and my country best I can get now is $500 per month job. So yep, this is my first time getting job too. I was trying on an institution but didn't get the job. So from today I'm looking for whatever gives me money. I feel very bad. I'm in my mid-30s and in that sandwich generation. I have 2 disabled children. I took care of my parents, they're dead now. Now I see my in-laws, one of whom is taking care of my spouse's grandma. I'm terrified that I'll not only end up with my in-laws, but grandma to boot. 3 generations of a family to care for. I don't want to, but I know it'll be a nasty, blowout fight with my spouse if I refuse. I wish people prepared better for their elderly years so it didn't get shuffled off entirely to 1, maybe 2 people. Money. I'm studying to be a therapist. Tuition is expensive, and so is the cost of living. I'm in one of the most expensive cities for rent and I'd love to be able to quit my day job to focus on starting my therapy practice, but it'll be a little while till I can fully make that leap, and money will be tight till then. I get jealous of people my age 34 who've been able to buy a cute little home. That won't be possible till me for probably at least 5 years or so, if ever feels almost impossible where I am. My kids are growing up. They're 18, 15, and 12 now. It seems they're always doing their own thing. They don't need me anymore. I don't know what or how to be if I'm not mom. I can't stop obsessing over the fact that I work out of the home. I hate it. I loved the 10 years I got to be a stay-at-home mom. Now that I work, time is slipping away faster than ever. I don't get to see them as much. I'm missing out on things. Not sure I'll have the will to go on after they've moved out. What even would be the point? I was just laid off from my job last week Thursday. It was totally unexpected, and also the first time I've been laid off. I'm a software developer, and the market is quite competitive right now, plus my partner is currently going to school as they're changing careers. So not good timing in the slightest, but it is what it is. At least we have a decent cushion of savings to keep us going for a few months, and a large network of friends and acquaintances that I can hopefully tap into to help find a new position. AI is eating up the area I was educated in and which I have worked in for a decade. I have already switched fields, but I have learned the most important bits, but I'm nowhere near the 10 years of expertise level I had before. Suddenly I'm that middle-aged dude who is starting all over again, competing with 25-year-olds, not willing to work for the pay of a 25-year-old. And I'm afraid AI will come to this area, soon, too, and then I don't know what else I would have a talent for. My relationship of 15 years ended. She moves out 31 of December. I can't pay the rent alone, so I will move out the house 31 of December as well. My work told me they can't keep me around because of money. I don't have a job anymore after 31 of December. So I'm looking forward to New Year. Currently trying my hardest to figure things out. I know things will work out in the end, but damn! It will take some time and hopefully next year 31 of December everything's alright again. Pursuing an alternative career. I've started to get significant attention from my artwork right at the same time as I am raising a child. The risk-reward equation has been shifted immensely and the uncertainty of success is now on the scale opposite the potential reward of showing my daughter she can do nearly anything she wants if she stays focused and committed, never mind the benefits of more free time and freedom. Some days it is splitting my spirit in half, waiting to make sure my cancer is for sure gone. Just waiting and waiting and waiting. I had surgery and had it removed, and thankfully despite a 7-month delay from initial symptoms to diagnosis it was still low-grade and non-invasive. This particular cancer is not only extremely rare for my age 21 but it's also completely different than in older age groups, which for me hopefully means it's gone and will never come back. But the fear is still there, trying to compensate for my shitty retail job pay through constant overtime shifts and nerve-wracking investing. I think it's given me legitimate cardiovascular problems. My dad is dying of cancer. The mortality of both my parents is now a recurring thought and I can imagine a world without at least one of them. Society as a whole doesn't give a shit about your personal tragedies and expects you to get back to work as soon as possible. I've been with my wife for 20 years since we were teenagers and married for 10 years. She has had an identity crisis and now our relationship, marriage, and life we've built together hangs in the balance. I've tried to make accommodations for her and attended therapy together, but the writing appears to be on the wall. I'm at a point where I am being mistreated and am beginning to prepare for the next stage of her grappling all the health issues that I have developed over the last few years. Not looking for pity, just have a lot going on, nothing life-threatening though thankfully. Depression. Anxiety. Wrist tissues had CT surgery but still some pain. Kidney issues. And now I have been diagnosed with obstructive sleep apnea and narcolepsy with excessive daytime sleepiness. X200B. I am 34 and I use a pill sorter daily. Warning sign, emotional baggage, warning sign. Med school, loneliness, my insufferable freeloading brother, my diabetic mom who still works which I can retire cause am yet to graduate, relationships that I can't seem to sustain. But I'm still grateful to God for everything. There might differing views aside from mine, but everyone is entitled to their own opinions and respect so long they don't hurt others. I sold my house in June and in August I found a place I wanted. The people who were supposed to provide the house by mid-November said they couldn't do the day before they were to show up. I'm in an ER right now because I have an infection in my foot that has a total ankle replacement and it feels like someone is holding a torch to my big toe. But I'm fine. Everything's fine. 13 years into my big boy career and I don't think I want to do it anymore. But I don't know what else to do. I'm looking at adjacent roles to see if there's anything there. Feeling like I'm wasting my life on a career at all. But I also feel like conditions are such that the alternative is to be just fucking broke. Learning how to communicate in a relationship. That's hard. The housing market. It is quite demoralizing that once I got my shit together, have a job that pays well with good benefits, I'm not encountering any other major barriers in my life, but a home is completely out of reach for me. My best plan at the moment is wait and save. Might be a blessing in disguise, I don't know, but it sure doesn't feel good right now. I haven't seen my mom in almost 2 years. Because I left my home country, which has unleashed a war of aggression, and my mom can't do that yet. The country I am trying to get asylum in has closed entry to citizens of my home country. I am locked up here for at least the duration of my refugee claim. And my mom will simply not be allowed to come here. Keeping my mind sane with everything bombarding it every time of every day. I'm tired of so many stupid avoidable shit poisoning our lives and that we'd be happier without. I'm becoming colder and impatient, I care less and less about more and more and I'm sad I'm becoming like this. I'm angry about everything pushing me towards this bitterness. My father dealing with a debilitating degenerative disease. He's so independent and unwilling to admit he needs help of any kind. which means he tries to do everything himself and has landed him in the hospital multiple times. He's deteriorating faster than I imagined and I'm not sure how to prepare myself for life without him. I want to be a child again, like a toddler kind of child. I'm 14 now. I lost my early childhood and I'm losing it again as my school, life can't say why and other things are just making me go insane. I try to let my inner child in me come out, it feels good. But it also makes me more sad nowadays. What to do? Chronic pain, anxiety and depression are kicking my ass. I don't want to go back to work, none of my hobbies brings me any joy and even if I enjoyed them I can't concentrate on anything for more than 10 minutes still working on finding the right meds that don't destroy my sex drive any more than it already has. I have to complete a general knowledge test of 80 questions and a personality test of 120 questions without knowing the context of the test. I have to pass with 70. This is for a dream job, in my dream city that me and my girlfriend are moving to. I have severe anxiety so it's all I'm thinking about. The scientist with the rat utopias was absolutely right. Violence is coming. It's how they all ended up. Earth is too full, too unequal to continue in its current form. Trying to find a full-time teaching position. I've been subbing for 3 years now and it's starting to become degrading. I'm treated like a sub and you probably know what that means. History teaching positions in my area are sparse for whatever reason. I guess I'm 30 and still trying to claw my way into a real career, not dead-end $12 HR jobs. It's largely been the struggle of my living in an area with little opportunities, going back to school soon though, should have done it sooner.